Hello, welcome. This is Kenshin1913, and this is my 500 subscriber response video, Q&A response video. So yeah, thanks everyone for sending in various questions and whatnot. And now let's start by reading some of the stuff. Anyways, Valis77 says, "Congrats, Kenshin." Thank you, Valis. You are a cool dude. Anyways, our next comment / questions come from Brock Cold, and he asks, "Who inspired you to do Let's Plays?" Well, I think there are two people who inspired me to do Let's Plays. The first one was H.C. Bailey, because I really enjoyed all the games that he played, and basically he's just really good at it, and he's just really good at it. And I thought, hey, I could do this. This seems very cool. All he's really doing is talking over video games that he's played. And the second person who inspired me is the Necroscope 86. The reason why he inspired me is because when I originally watched his let me lower this for a second. When I originally watched his Let's Play of his first Let's Play, Breath of Fire 3, the quality in that was horrible. Very bad. Not so good. And so, I thought if he could do something, if an English guy could do something this bad, I think I can probably handle doing a little bit of Dragon. Well, it took me a bit to decide on which Let's Play I was going to do first. Anyways, yeah, so those two inspired me in different ways on how H.C. Bailey was so good and how Necroscope, his first Let's Play, was so bad. And who is my current favorite Let's Player? I don't know, really. If I had to pick one, the person that I like, I would have to pick, I'm not sure. I would have to pick, it'd probably either have to be H.C. Bailey or Bullzome Guides, because they're basically, once I see their videos, I like almost watch them right away and comment on them. So I would have to say that. But Brock Cold, you are up there. I do watch your videos when I get a chance to see them. Alright, so his third question is, who is the most underrated Let's Player in my opinion? Well, underrated, I guess, would mean like they put out quality videos, but they don't have as many subs. Granted, I don't really care about subs too much. I would probably have to say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't really follow a whole ton of Let's Players. So, like, I only have a small selection of Let's Players that I watch. Out of the ones that I watch, I guess Brock Cold would be, because he does come out with a lot of various things, and his videos are good. So yeah, Brock, if I had to say anything, I think you are. You are one very underrated Let's Player. And alright, so let's head on to the next question. Or comment from the next person, Aldimeru1. And he says, congrats on he or she says, congrats on 500 subs. I can't think of any questions at the moment. I'll have to come back later. Cyborg009 was awesome. Yes, that show was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Anyways, Small Time Ninja 333 says, if you could live inside any video game, which would it be and why? If I had to live inside any video game, I would probably pick something from Dragon Quest. Probably like a peaceful village, like right now currently it would probably be Fishbell, or like if it was Dragon Quest 6, probably Life Cod. Because those villages are pretty peaceful and they don't really have a lot of monsters, and I'm pretty sure that if I had to deal with a lot of really hard monsters, I'd probably die in real life. But I think I would probably live inside Dragon Quest VII's Fishbell or Dragon Quest VI Life Cod, because I really enjoyed those villages and the environments and stuff, even though I'm not a big fishing guy. Yeah. So, what would I do to survive the zombie apocalypse? Well, what I would do is, my buddy Joe, he's a gun nut, and he lives right down the street from me. What we would do, we've already discussed this in massive detail. He would take his guns and all the bullets he has, come down to my house, pick me up, along with grabbing, because I have at my house, there's we have a lot of food downstairs because we like to store our grub so we don't have to buy so much grub later on. So we would grab as much grub as we could, and then we would go grab our friends and then raid a Sam's Club. And basically there are a couple of my buddies who can shoot guns pretty well, so we would have them secure the perimeter. Basically I'd just be along for the ride. I'd make sure all the food is fine, and I'm a pretty good cook, so I think we'd be able to cook some stuff. And we'd probably be able to live in that Sam's Club or like a Costco or a BJ's, you know, a big wholesale food place. And I think we'd be able to live in there for quite some time while we stop the zombies from entering our area. We'd definitely grab a bunch of our buddies and hightail it to the closest Whole Foods place. So yeah, that's probably what I would do to survive a zombie apocalypse. Say for some reason my friend Joe isn't around during this time. I don't know why he wouldn't be, but I would probably most likely be dead. There's the other response. And what was the best toy you had as a kid? I think the best toy I had as a kid was those cool Ninja Turtle action figures. Did any of you guys remember them? Like in the late 90s, very late 90s, maybe early 2000s, they rebrought them out. They were the Ninja Turtles. They had the brown weapons, the original ones that came out. They were awesome. I used to collect all of them. It was just, I had a blast with them. A lot of people used to play with G.I. Joes. I played with Ninja Turtle guys. Yeah, I didn't really like get into too much G.I. Joe just because, due to the fact that I didn't know whose side was all these guys, and there were just so many guys, and I was like, I don't know who's who, which guy's a bad guy, which guy's a good guy. So I decided I'll just like Ninja Turtles. And He-Man too. We used to play a lot of He-Man action figures and Thundercats and Ghostbusters. There's a lot of toys I had as a kid, but my favorites were the Ninja Turtles. My favorite Ninja Turtle would be Raphael. Okay, so the next set of questions comes from Mr. Z-Core, and he asks, if you could change into any animal, what would it be? Since I'm kind of doing these Johnny on the spot, if I could change into any animal, what would it be? I would probably change into some sort of giant beast, like a I don't know, maybe a rhino or something. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? A frickin' rhino. I'd have a horn and I could gore people. That would be pretty sweet. Running around, you know. I think rhinos are sort of fast when they get really angry. So probably a rhino. Why not? Who is my favorite video game character? Now, that's a hard one. I would probably have to say my favorite video game character would be... Oh man, this is a toughie. I would have to say my favorite video game character would be... I'm not sure. I think Glenn from... or Frog from Chrono Trigger. He's just friggin' awesome. He's got a kick-ass sword. He's like a cool frog guy, and he used to be human and really like a really good sword guy. So I'd probably have to say Glenn. Or Frog from Chrono Trigger. He's probably one of my favorite video games. There's so many, and he's just the first one to pop off the top of my head. Another one of my favorite video game characters is actually Luigi, because you know, he doesn't get any credit, alright, and he's only got one game for himself. Alright, and that's friggin' Luigi's Mansion, which was a good game. And they should bring out another one. But yeah, I like him as well. And what would I do for a Klondike bar? I would probably do a lot for a Klondike bar, depending on which flavor it is. My favorite flavor is either A, the crunchy one, or the Oreo one. And I would probably, like, do a lot. And I don't want to sound mean, but I would probably eat a baby, or slaughter a village, or set someone on fire. I would do some pretty nasty things to get myself a Klondike bar, especially if it's in the summer and it's really hot outside. I would do a lot for a Klondike bar. A lot. So let's go to the next person